Act 2.
We are now on the floor where Mr. Hearst and Miss Davies maintained their private suites. You can see where his suite is Spartan. Hers is much, much, much more lavish. Does this tell us something about them? Possibly not.
Lights up on Daisy's bedroom. A scene of confusion. Suitcases open, half-packed. A steamer trunk. Clothes strewn across the bed. Daisy is packing personal things. Brigid enters, gowns draped across both arms.
Do you want to take the green satin? You said you were tired of it.
No. You take it, if you want it. Pack all the rest. You take whatever. What are you doing?
I can't believe you're leaving us, Miss Davies.
Come here, sugar. No, you stop that. Or you'll have me bawling too. It's just as well. I've been here a long time. Most of it's swell. Now it's time to move on. I'll get along anywhere. Just watch me. I can be strong. Now it's time to move on. I've always thought I could be an independent dame. Now's the time to prove it. Now's the time to prove it. I'll get along, make my way without him. Let's see how he gets along without me, without this independent dame. Oh, come on now, buck up. That's right. WR was like me in pants. Now I can finally fill them. I always thought I could be an independent dame. Now's the time to prove it. Now's the time to prove it. I'll get along, make my way without him. Let's see how he gets along without me, without this independent
Marion, what are you doing?
Well, Willicombe told me you couldn't be president if I stayed.
Oh, did he? I'll speak to Willicombe about that.
I just want you to make your announcement. You're going to be president.
But I'm not.
Oh, who says?
I do. I'm not going to run.
Oh, well, why? You wanted it so much.
I realized I wanted something else more.
Oh, Pops.
Lights down on the bedroom. Up on Willicombe on the phone.
Mrs. Hearst,
Yes,
it's Joe. I'm sorry.
I am too.
There must be something we can do.
No, not yet.
But it will be too late to stop the chief if we
No,
wait.
I never rush into these situations. I anticipate and
And
events change. People change. I've had quite a bit of experience waiting. She learned early not eager like the rest of them. She can bide time, can ride time with the best of them. She learned early, was taught well by the first of them. Now she stands fast, can outlast all the worst of them. The lady can wait with fortitude. She can outwait this interlude. It's never too late to hear that cue. The lady can wait the long night through. She learned early, was taught well by the first of them. Now she stands fast, can outlast all the rest of them. The lady can wait with fortitude. She can outwait this interlude. She can defeat all of you. The lady can wait the long night through.
Lights down on Millicent. Come up on Brigid. Willicombe enters.
Brigid! Just the girl I want to see.
He takes 2 bills from his wallet.
There you are.
$10. Now what's this for?
Simply for your loyal service. You've been here 3 years.
7.
7 years. Just to show our appreciation.
Well, thanks, Mr. Willicombe. Thanks a lot.
It's nothing. Oh, I almost forgot. While the chief and I were away, did you happen to notice how much Miss Davies was drinking? How many bottles, say?
You know my brother? When the Beverly Hills cops grabbed him, they said he was going to rob that house just because he was taking a shortcut through the backyard. And they were going to put him in jail for 5 years.
Really? But what does that have to do with what I'm asking
But I
you
told
about?
Miss Davies, and she pulled some strings and got him out.
Really, Brigid? I don't
I think you better take this, Mr. Willicombe. And you can put it... Well, never mind.
Damn!
Lights down on Willicombe. The foghorn sounds. Lights come up on Thomas Ince, alone in Daisy's cabin. The bathroom door is ajar.
WR and I had a good talk before dinner. We're thinking about a 3-picture deal.
Daisy makes a grand entrance from the bathroom wearing a negligee.
Ta-da!
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. I don't think WR would like my being here.
Oh, who's gonna tell him? You?
Look, Miss Davies.
Who?
Daisy.
Ah,
I don't want to jeopardize the deal.
the deal. Ooh, the deal. Is that all you men can ever think about?
I'm going.
Oh, he's sound asleep by now. And anyway, he's mad at me, the old poop.
You're the only one in the world who can get away with calling him that.
I'm the only one who can get away with a lot of things. Excuse me. I'm going to get out of something comfortable.
Daisy drops the negligee's robe to the floor, looks at Ince, who puts his drink down and starts to unbutton his shirt. The foghorn sounds. Lights come up on the library at San Simeon. WR is at his desk. Willicombe is taking notes.
I see the newspaper guild picket line is still in front of the Chicago Herald-Tribune, even though 2 reporters got their heads broken by our truck drivers.
It's been over 100 days now. I'm afraid they won't give up until they get a contract.
Joe, I believe wholeheartedly in the principle of collective bargaining, but I will not be forced to keep lazy, untalented drudges on my payroll by any union.
Perhaps if we just paid them a few more cents an hour...
No! We continue our present policy until this strike is broken. Marion. Marion, what's wrong? You're crying.
The goddamn jazz singer.
Oh, you screened Al Jolson's picture?
You can hear him. Ruined.
Why? Because of your little stammer? You don't think I'd let my little girl down, do you? You're the brightest star in Hollywood. Every critic on every one of my papers says so. You leave everything to me.
Don't I always? It's not just that. I'm scared, Pops. I had a dream. I was back on the yacht, and you were there, and Tommy, and...
That's history. We're talking about your future
when
now.
I woke up, I felt terrible. I could almost
We'll talk about it later. I have some business to take care of.
The light goes down on Daisy. Up on Connie.
Connie, if you're looking for Marion, she's in the bedroom.
It's you I want to see, WR. I'm worried about Daisy. Those dreams she's having are getting worse. It's Tom Ince's death. If she only knew what really happened.
The doctor said Mr. Ince died of natural causes.
No matter what it was, she's got to know. WR, I have to ask. Did you shoot?
I'm sorry, Miss Talmadge. I cannot continue this conversation. I have to go.
Lights down on Connie. Lights up on the gym, where Jimmy waits.
Jimmy, I haven't seen you in... What the hell's with you? You look like something the cat spit out.
I can't get a job. My agent said I've been blackballed.
Oh, who'd do a thing like that?
I don't know. But he said no studio will hire me. What'll I do?
Well, don't go crazy, dummy. I'll just talk to WR, and we'll do a picture together.
Gee, could you do that?
If I can't talk to WR, who can?
Goodbye, Jimmy.
Goodbye, WR.
See you soon. What a beautiful day.
Pops, it's the darndest thing. Somebody's blackballing Jimmy. He can't work anymore.
Well, if the producers aren't hiring him, there must be a good reason.
That's crazy. What we've got to do is put him in my next picture. When everybody sees he can work for you, he can work for
I don't think
us.
so, Marion.
Well, sure, it's easy. The Hollywood Review. We could find a
I'm
spot
sure
for
he
Jimmy.
brought this on himself.
How could he? You? You did it. Why? You thought I was sleeping with... Oh, for Pete's sake, everybody in town knows about Jimmy. His boyfriend's the tennis pro at the Ambassador. You didn't have to do that. Jimmy.
There are some things a man simply will not tolerate.
Just this once. Can't you admit you're wrong?
There's a boy plays a man's game and learns young what humiliation is. He vows never again to feel shame, but to make the power his. What makes a man? What is he here for? What is this drive to win? Time after time, some men may lose. Those men may curse fate. But a man who wins knows sublime. That's what life's all about. That's why he must win out. Not because it's right, not because he's right, but because he can. That's what makes a man. What makes a man? What is he here for? What is this drive to win? Time after time. Some men may lose. Those men may curse fate. But a man who wins knows a feeling sublime. That's what life's all about. That's why he must win out. Not because it's right, not because he's right, but because he can. That's what makes a man.
Lights down on WR. Up on the library. Willicombe is on the phone. Hands it to WR.
Millicent. I see, yes, of course. No, that's fine, fine. Yes, goodbye. She's coming out here.
Ah, when will Mrs. Hearst arrive?
Oh, she's giving me plenty of time to clear Marion out. I'll get her down to the beach house.
I'll make the arrangements.
Joe, Marion is not to know the real reason why she's going there. She's been a little depressed lately. I don't want her upset.
Of course not.
I am aware that you have never liked Marion. I have never understood why everyone loves Marion.
I know most people find Miss Davies very charming. But may I speak candidly? I've been working for you for so many years. I like to think of myself as your friend.
Of course.
You've done so much, but it could have been so much more. Perhaps you still can.
I don't want to hear any more. Please, Joe. You've been a big help to me for many years. I want you to know I appreciate that. I appreciate your faith.
She's like an anchor pulling you down, Chief, if you'd only...
It's enough! Right now, it's important to me that you and Marion get along.
I'll phone Santa Monica and tell the staff to get ready for Miss Davies.
And Joe, you're right not to count me out yet.
The phone rings.
John! Yes, I wanted to talk to you. I've been giving it a lot of thought lately, and if I decide to do something about her, what are my rights legally? Of course, I'll provide for her handsomely. Oh, she'll see to that. She's coming out next week. I'll ask for a divorce then.
Lights go down on WR. Come up on the Santa Monica beach house. Connie enters.
Good morning. Connie, where's Marion?
Oh, she's in the pool doing her daily laps. WR, Daisy's sister called me. She couldn't reach Daisy. Her mother died this morning. I can't tell her. She sounds tough, but she's so fragile. I'm afraid of how she'll take it. Will you tell her?
I'm sorry, Connie. I don't think so.
I don't understand. Why not?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, so it's true. Daisy told me you make the gardeners clean up the grounds in the middle of the night so you won't have to see the dead flowers. I never believed it.
I simply don't choose to deal with unpleasantness.
So you just leave it up to someone else.
Daisy enters, drying her hair with a towel.
Pops.
I have to go out of town, Marion. Marion, Everything will be all right.
Well, sure. Why not?
Going to Washington. Going to testify at the Senate committee hearing.
Why, for Pete's sake?
Marion, you know that I will go anywhere my government asks me. It is the simple duty of every citizen. Besides, they subpoenaed me.
Lights down on the beach house. Up on Brigid, hanging Daisy's scanties on a clothesline. Willicombe approaches.
Brigid! I've been looking all over for you.
Hold these.
She shoves the lacy panties into his arms.
What?
Sorry, I hear someone calling me.
Damn!
Lights down on Willicombe. Up on Daisy's bedroom. WR enters, carries a newspaper and a picnic basket.
So good to see you, Pops. Did you wow him in Washington?
Well, I thought so. Seems to be some disagreement about that, however. An open letter from Senator George Norris. The record demonstrates that the Hearst system of newspapers, spreading like a venomous web to all parts of the country, constitute the sewer system of American journalism.
WR.
Don't worry, Marion, don't worry. Even if I'm the only one in this country who has consistently warned against the dangers that we faced from Mexico, from Japan, the yellow peril.
Mama died before you left. I didn't find out till after.
Well, you had your sister and your father. I thought you'd be taken care of.
They don't take care of me. Not the way you do.
I have something for you.
He opens the basket. She pulls back a blanket and looks at what's inside.
Puppy! Oh, baby! Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
She takes out a dachshund puppy.
Oh, I love you already, baby.
There's a phone call for you,
Not
Chief.
now, not now.
But you placed this call.
Lights come up on the desk and phone. WR crosses to it.
Oh, your big, soulful eyes. And you're such a skinny little brown thing. I'm gonna call you Gandhi.
WR picks up the phone. Lights come up on Millicent Hearst.
Hello, Millicent.
How are you, William?
Fine, thank you, Millicent. I called about a divorce, Millicent. Millicent, are you there?
I heard you, William. I already gave you my answer. You may have fallen away from the Catholic faith, but I never shall.
That needn't get in the way. The Pope is a good businessman. Annulments can be arranged.
Not when one party refuses.
You know that I can buy anything I want, Millicent.
Don't you try any of your tricks on me. I know you too well. As a matter of fact, I know quite a few things. Things that will, of course, never be revealed. One would hope.
Lights go down on Millicent and WR. Up on Daisy's bedroom. Daisy is at the phone, petting her dog. She dials the phone. It rings several times.
Come on, come on, come on.
Lights up on Jimmy as he picks up the phone. He has a glass of booze. He pours out pills from a bottle and swallows a handful.
Jimmy? Jimmy, are you there?
Yeah.
I haven't heard from you in so long. How are things going?
Great. My agent dropped me.
Oh, so what? Just get another agent.
Oh, yeah. I asked Marty Davis to represent me.
Marty Davis. He's the worst schlockmeister in town.
Yeah? Well, don't worry about it, because he turned me down, too.
Oh, Jimmy.
You know, I knew I was kidding myself. I mean, I knew I could never be a real star, but all I ever wanted was someday maybe get a crack at making it. That's all, but it's all over for me now.
No, don't talk like that. You can still be... Are you drinking, Jimmy? You're not, are you? Jimmy? Jimmy!
He hangs up the phone with difficulty as the pills take effect. He slides off the chair onto the floor.
Jimmy?
Daisy puts down the phone, hurries out, lights up on Daisy at Jimmy's door.
Jimmy! Jimmy, are you there? Answer me,
She
please.
moves forward, sees Jimmy's body lying on the floor.
Oh, Jimmy.
Lights down on Daisy. Up on the terrace at San Simeon, as Louella and Brigid enter, the table is set for lunch.
I'll tell Miss Davies you're here, Miss Parsons.
Ooh, are we having lunch?
Miss Davies said you always like a little something.
Luella walks around the table, sticks her finger in a dish, and licks it.
How wonderful it is to have lunch with a star. How glorious they are. How marvelous it is to have a tit once or twice a day and extract delicious secrets as one may. Who's pregnant and who's trim? Who's brilliant and who's dim? Who's ruining whose life? Who's sleeping with whose wife? And who's bigger than the stars are? It's Louella who can make 'em. It's Louella who can break 'em. Who's splitting up, who's not? Who's cooling off, who's hot? Who's kosher and who's treif? Who's pinko and who's safe? Oh, those beautiful, oh, those beautiful, oh, those talkative stars. How wonderful it is breaking bread with a star. How glamorous they are. How fabulous it is to hear them softly say, I'd only tell this to you, Louella. Then extract their secrets day by day. Come what may. Ooh, they dig a cute mute, wise Garbo a mute beaut, wise Zazu in the pits, wise Hetty have such tits, and who's bigger than the stars are? It's Louella who can make 'em, it's Louella who can break 'em. Where'd Clara get those lips? Where'd Dressler get those hips? Where'd Metro hide those lunts? Where'd Buster get those stunts? Oh, those beautiful, oh, those beautiful, oh, those talkative stars.
Lights down on Louella, up on Willicombe, on the phone late at night.
Yes. Yes, I know Mr. Hearst is in contact with... We've already told you. Yes, I will.
He hangs up as WR enters.
It was Whitford, representing the Canadian banks. If we don't meet their terms by the end of the month...
I'll deal with it, Joe.
I'm not sure you can this time. It's a dangerous financial situation. Haynes is taking the same position as the other...
I said that I'd deal with it.
Daisy enters, a drink in one hand, Gandhi, now larger, in the other.
When the hell are you coming to bed? It's 3 in the morning.
Willicombe and I do our best work at after midnight.
You and I used to.
How's Gandhi?
Oh, he had a couple little sickies, that's all. But he's fine. Perfectly fine.
Perhaps you should put him out in the kennel, Miss Davies, where the veterinarians can keep an eye on him.
He's my baby and he stays with me. Don't you dare try and take him away.
I think maybe you should have something to eat, Marion. I'll make some scrambled eggs. How about you, Joe?
No, thanks, Chief. I'll just finish these up and go to bed.
I want Welsh rabbit.
I think eggs would be better.
I want Welsh rabbit.
All right, all right. We'll have Welsh rabbit. but it'll taste like scrambled eggs.
Did you ever see such a stubborn man? Maybe that's why he practically owns the world.
Yes, up to now.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a matter of economics, a rather abstruse financial situation.
Don't patronize me, Willicombe. I don't care what's going on. WR always comes out on top.
Yes. As I said, up to now.
Come on, Gandhi. We're going to eat scrambled rabbits.
Lights down. Lights up on the beach house. WR is putting on a riverboat gambler's vest.
I just talked to Jack Warner, Marion. He's sending a carousel, and we'll have Tommy Dorsey's band and hot dogs, hamburgers. It'll be grand.
Oh, happy 73rd birthday, Pop.
Let's invite everyone. I'll outdance them all.
Something's wrong. What? What?
Gandhi.
Oh, he had a couple little accidents, that's all. That he did naughties on the floor doesn't mean anything.
He was an old dog.
What do you mean, was?
Marion, you have to be strong. We'll talk later.
No, now.
They had to put Gandhi to sleep.
No. No. No, not my baby. Not my baby. My mama died. Sis died. My whole family. Not my baby, too.
We'll have that Irish priest conduct services for him. I'm sure Gandhi would like that.
I named him after Mahatma. Macaulay Gandhi. No, he's gone.
But I'm here, Marion. I'm here this time.
You let them kill him. You let them kill Gandhi like you let them kill Tom Ince.
That's not so. I told you to leave that alone.
I can't.
It was years ago.
Why do I keep dreaming about it?
Stop it, Marion.
Maybe I need some help.
There's no need.
Should go to a psychiatrist.
No. There's no need to talk to anyone.
You're afraid I'll tell them what happened?
You don't know what happened. You were asleep when Mr. Ince took
The
ill.
shot! I hear it.
You said it yourself. It's just a dream. Marion, I want you to stop this.
The stage goes to black.
A prominent whore of a prominent son of a bitch, of a prominent whore of a prominent son of a bitch, of a prominent whore of a prominent son of a bitch. Prominent whore, prominent son of a bitch.
Daisy is in her bedroom,
Prominent whore.
sitting in the
Prominent
dark.
son of a bitch, of a prominent
There's a
whore.
bottle of scotch
A
next to her.
prominent son of a bitch, of a
Daisy is
prominent
drinking
whore
from a
of
tumbler.
prominent son of a bitch, of a prominent whore, of a prominent son of a bitch, of a prominent whore, of a prominent son of a bitch, of a prominent whore, of a prominent.
I'm glad to see you're feeling better, Marion. You haven't been out of your room for 3 days. I've missed you. Housekeeper tells me you haven't been eating. I understand we have some fresh oysters flown in from Long Island.
Fuck off.
No, I know you like oysters. I do. I could eat them all night.
Haven't you heard? They don't help.
How about some ice cream? There's all the kinds that you like.
Ice cream's fattening. An actress has to watch her figure. Lucky I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Just talk to my son, Bill. He asked about you. You know, the boys are very fond of you.
Oh, bullshit. What I know is that your boys are gonna toss me out on my lily-white ass the moment you pop off.
Tell me what I can do. You're drinking more and more.
Yep.
But we have been fighting this for so long.
Correction. You've been fighting it. I feel fine. I'm a very happy person. Just full of sunshine. That's why they call me Daisy. Who's the girl who's up? It's Daisy, eager as a pup. At least that's what some people think of me. You want to know what other people think of me? Like when you built that dressing room on the studio and stuck that statue up there. You heard Dorothy Parker's masterpiece, didn't you? Upon my honor, I saw a Madonna standing in a niche above a door of a prominent whore of a prominent son of a bitch.
You shouldn't pay any attention to that woman.
You don't like whore? Oh, would you prefer mistress? Courtesan? Somebody once called me one of the last of the great courtesans. That's a nice word. Of course, not as nice as Mrs. Oh, forget it, you old fart. You're gonna die and leave me alone.
Marion, please don't.
Get out! Get out!
She throws the glass at him, collapses onto the bed, and passes out. A white light fills the wall. WR's and Ince's shadows appear. Their words finally become clear in her dream.
You were in here with Marion.
It was strictly business.
You are a guest on my yacht, abusing my hospitality.
Nothing happened. I swear.
Daisy, in her dream, rises from the bed and moves drunkenly toward the shadows.
I trusted you. I would have accepted you as my partner.
I didn't do
You
a thing.
took advantage of her.
Daisy's shadow joins the others. For the first time, we see Daisy holds a gun.
It was her. She came on to me.
Her shadow waves the gun around drunkenly.
Oh, look what I found!
Put that down.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's the cutest little thing.
Marion!
Daisy drunkenly fires the gun. Gunshot. A long silence. Ince falls. Daisy wakes up. She screams. WR hurries into the bedroom.
I finished the dream. Did you know?
It was an accident.
I killed a man. I have to turn myself in.
Ugh, nonsense, it was so long ago.
All these years, you let everyone else think that you did it. Oh, Pops.
Lights go down. And lights come up on Willicombe, talking into a dictaphone.
So, we will require an extension on that financial obligation on the previous terms. Please take this up with your board of directors, as we discussed.
He turns the dictaphone off.
Oh, well.
The phone rings. WR enters and picks it up.
Son, I'm glad you called. Fine, as always, yes. I see you escorted your mother to the opening of the opera. You haven't asked me about Marion. She's fine, thank you. I'll tell her you asked. No, I haven't made a decision about that. I have 30 days. You'll know when I decide. I'm still in charge. I said that you will know when I decide.
WR hangs up, lowers himself into the chair. Daisy enters with a box and a large purse.
Those sons of bitches are out to get you.
No,
aren't
of course not, Marion. It's not like that.
they? Crap. You made them. Other than be fly shit without you.
You can't run newspapers without newsprint. And I owe $40 million to the Canadians. And I owe the banks and the brokers. They're trying to take it all away from me, Marion. The boys, the banks, they're going to sell it off, consolidate. They even want this place.
They wouldn't take St. Simeon.
For 40 years, nobody ever got bored reading my newspapers, my magazines, my radio stations. I painted a picture of America the way I wanted it to be. This country wouldn't be the way it is today if it wasn't for me. I suppose they're right.
No.
I suppose we have to retrench, play it safe.
No, don't listen to them. You're a great man. They're just trying to drag you down to their level.
No, it's not that. The country's changed. Everything's changed. I don't know what.
Would $1 million help?
She opens the box and takes out documents. She slaps them down onto the desk, one after another.
My stocks, my bonds and deeds. Here's Santa Monica, some Bel Air, Wilshire Boulevard, Madison Avenue. You always said, buy Southern California and New York, so I did.
Marion! No, you can't.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
She upends her purse over the desk. A glittering mass of jewelry cascades onto a sparkling heap.
I was afraid.
You afraid of what?
I thought if I lost everything, you'd leave me.
Oh, Pops. Oh, Pops. It's too late to leave you. It's a tangled state we're in. We're so entwined. I can't find where you leave off and I begin. What a pair we are. You like a tree that stands so tall. I like a vine that climbs and climbs and climbs. It's too late to leave you. Let's call it safe. Let's call it fond. Let's call it possible. It's too late to leave you. We're a game, can't lose, can't win. No, I'm resigned. I can't find where you leave off and I begin. What a pair we are. You like rock, so firm, so strong. I like a wave that breaks and breaks and breaks. It's too late to leave you. Let's call it fate. Is it too late to call it love?
Just you and me. That's all I see. A castle or two would be nice, but not if it's at the price of breakfast with you all the years through. No matter how much we fall in debt, we won't let that be a threat to us, me and you. Years from now, you wait and see. It's bound to be still we two, just you and me. Let's call it fate. Is it too late to call it love?
Oh, don't worry, Pops. You're gonna come back bigger than ever.
Did I hold you back too much?
I'd still be in the chorus if not for you.
Whatever happens next, it's all right now, Daisy.
You called me Daisy.
Well, of course. That's your name, isn't it?
Was I everything you wanted me to be?
Well, a little more obedience and respect would have been nice.
Dream on, Pops.
I needn't say more, that's enough. We've finished the tour.